But like any of us, I don't know what social media platform you use, but I think all of us are on our phones frequently these days. And just a few weeks ago, November 8th to be exact, I woke up in the early hours and started scrolling through my Facebook, and at the top of my feed, there was a lot of shares on this story about this boy getting a skin that was gene corrected, or massive amounts of skin replacement, or this rare disease getting a treatment. And so I decided to figure out what was happening there. It was something we talked about in lab and we were very excited about. You know, the idea of replacing skin isn't new. The idea that it might be used with transgenic tools in a human was something that was very exciting. And so when we pulled the article up on that day, this was the title of the paper. You know, and a lot of these papers, sometimes they seem very vague. And if you didn't know the implications of the field, you might not know exactly why it is we should care. And so what I'll tell you today is a story that I think really is a foundational story that they're telling that we can apply to the oral cavity. And the whole idea is to regenerate epidermis, or in this case skin, using stem cells. And so we're just in the final, or the early stages of that. But some of the work here is actually in the final stages for this kind of work. And so this patient, 7-year-old boy, is actually a Syrian refugee who presents to a German clinic with a disease. It's a blistering disease. It's pretty severe. This child in its worst state is at 80%, and it's not looking good. And so we're looking at a LAM3 mutation. It's a laminin. It's part of a complex, and 80% of this child's body is affected. And I'm going to show you just for the severity so you know what we're dealing with. But if you have a sensitive stomach, I would actually look away. That's what this child presented with. And so this child's back, you can see massive amounts of blistering and large amounts of just total loss. We call it denuded skin. And what was able to occur was we were able to take the unaffected area, the 20% left over that did have this mutation, but had not officially undergone the blistering process. So these unaffected stem and progenitor cells were isolated from the boy. They were corrected with a virus. And after those cells were selected, they were expanded, and they made a translucent epidermis from the boy's own skin. And this is not science fiction. This happened over the course of 2015 and 2016. What's remarkable is that in 3 major surgeries with lots of antibiotics and a lot of other things, they were able to replace the skin on the boy. And so what we did is we moved from a place of disease to a place where this boy was able to receive all the skin from himself back, corrected, and even with mechanical sensation or pressure, this child was able to not blister. And so this child is actually, since 2016, is back to school. We don't know what the implications of this is because the virus that was used is able to randomly integrate into DNA. And so this child's being monitored. But this is a remarkable story. And so what I want to tell you is the contrast between skin and orophilia is how did we get here? How did we get from disease to health in this dramatic fashion?